Paul Harvey, and the rest of the story. Also, Tom Calhoun has a look at the day's news. Later in the hour, where are they now? Are you wondering about a favorite celebrity from the past? Give us a call, and Tim Neeley can tell you whatever happened to him. Also, a new website at Barnes & Noble, Mr. Trivia. Talk Radio St. Louis, 550 KTRS. Coming up in just a moment, a fun radio game. We'll play Where Are They Now? Tim Neeley will be here to help us find out what's happened to some of the stars of yesteryear. If you want to know what happened to your favorite star, we'll take a crack at it. Give us a call at 969-KTRS, 969-KTRS, which is 5877, or toll-free 888-550-KTRS, or star KTRS from your mobile phone. Lines are open now. 3:43 on Thursday afternoon. Paul Shankman with you on Talk Radio St. Louis KTRS. Later in the program, the folks from Barnes & Noble will be here to tell us about their new website. Also, Mr. Trivia David Strauss with his weekly trivia quiz, and Jill Farmer from Contact 2. Right now, we're pleased to welcome Tim Neeley to the studio from Hollywood Collector Shows to play a little Where Are They Now? If you saw the special last night on CBS, you got caught up on a few popular folks. We can help you with a lot more. Give us a call now, 969-KTRS, or toll-free 888-550-KTRS, or star KTRS from your mobile phone. Hi, Tim.
Hi, Paul. How are you?
I'm great. How are you, sir?
Just fine.
We were sitting around the other night, and for some reason or other, we started thinking about old game shows, and we were kind of coming up with, it was the game we were playing was trying to figure out who sat where, like on Match Game and Hollywood Squares.
Right.
And it made us all start to think about, I wonder what happened to some of those people. The first one that came to mind was Charles Nelson Reilly. We never did agree where he sat on Match Game. We remembered it was the upper row, but we couldn't remember which end.
Right, it was the upper row, but I don't remember where exactly. But, you know, Charles is very busy. He's directing. He does mostly directing these days. A lot of plays. He does a lot of work for Burt Reynolds, but mostly directing.
How about Max Baer, the guy who played Jethro?
Oh, Max Baer lives in Las Vegas, Nevada.
Really?
Very wealthy because besides the Beverly Hillbillies show, he directed and wrote and produced a few movies like Macon County Line and Ode to Billy Joe, and he made quite a lot of money. And right now he's trying to produce another casino called Jethro's. And he's even trying to open up a Jethro's in Branson, Missouri.
Oh, no.
But he's very well off.
Oh, man. Well, if he can keep all his money and live in Las Vegas, he must be doing something right. This is Lou with a question. Hi, Lou.
I'm trying to find out where Joni James is, and then there was a sax player by the name of Earl Bostic, Harlem Nocturne. I was wondering if you can give me information on those.
Well, Joni James is still touring around the country. She tours probably about at least 100 dates a year, and lives in Southern California. But the Earl Bostic, I'm not sure of. That I can't help you with.
All right, Lou, thanks for the call. 969-KTRS, 888-550-KTRS, our new toll-free number, and star KTRS, as always, from your mobile phone. One of my favorite movies, just to show you how twisted I am, is Harold and Maude. Whatever happened to Harold? What was his name? Bud Cort?
Oh, Bud Cort. Yeah, I know Bud very well. Bud is still acting in California. He does a lot of plays. But you can still catch him occasionally supporting roles in movies. But he's very active. Still working. Still working.
They've made all of these Batman and Robin movies, but they've never cast either of the originals from the TV show in it. Well, whatever happened to Adam West? Although we see him every once in a while, but Burt Ward, you never see him.
Burt Ward travels. Matter of fact, Burt Ward is going to be on Dave Strauss's trivia show in a few weeks. But Burt travels all over the country, does personal appearances, and so does Adam West. But most of the time, they do not appear together. And I'll let you figure out that reason.
Don't like each other, huh?
Yes.
Oh, wow. little jealousy there among the dynamic duo.
Just a little bit.
Oh, well, this is Mary. Hi, Mary.
Hi. I was wondering, what about Gail Storm?
Oh, Gail Storm. She lives in Marina del Rey, California. She wrote her autobiography a few years ago. and she's a widow. Her husband died just a few years ago, and she makes personal appearances and tours the country, signing autographs, and still is great. Every time I'm with her, she loves to hum. If she's not talking, she's humming. She hums constantly.
Does she hum the theme from My Little Margie? That was her big break, wasn't it?
Yeah, but she's a very delightful lady.
Oh, thank you.
All right, thanks very much for the call. We appreciate it. This is Jim. Hi, Jim.
Hi, how you doing?
Great.
Good. I was wondering whatever happened to Charlie Rich. He just kind of disappeared.
The singer, the country western singer?
Yes.
He passed away.
He did?
Yeah, he passed away. It might be maybe 2 years ago, something like that. But yeah, he passed away.
Was he ill for a while, or is that why he...
You know, I don't remember what the cause was. It might have been cancer, but I'm not sure. But I know he passed away.
Okay, thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Well, Ken Osmond from Leave It to Beaver, the Eddie Haskell character. Right. Whatever happened with him? Now, he's not the one that was supposedly killed in Vietnam.
No, that rumor, yeah. But no, he's a retired policeman, a Los Angeles policeman. He's retired now because he was wounded. And he's retired, and he does personal appearances with Tony Dow and Jerry Mathers, and also Frank Bank, who played Lumpy on the television series. But he tours around. Matter of fact, I'll see him in just a few weeks at a show.
Well, tell him we said hi, and we're glad he's okay.
Yes.
This is Ann. Hi, Ann.
How you doing?
Good.
I'm looking interested in this Doctor Who fan. I'm a fan club myself, and I was interested into knowing what could be happened to Tom Baker.
I'm not that familiar with the Doctor Who series, so I don't work with Tom. I know a lot of... There's fan clubs and conventions all over the United States on Doctor Who.
And also, I'm very glad to hear that Burt Ward is going to be on the show. I'm a very close fan of his.
Yes, I believe it's the 29th of June that he's going to be on Dave Strauss's show.
Yeah, Ann, and we'll make sure to ask David about that, too, because he'll be on a little later on in the program doing the trivia quiz.
Thank you.
All right, Burt has an autobiography out it's called The Boy in Tights.
He doesn't still travel around in tights, does he?
If you paid him enough 60. Money, he would.
All right. Can you hang around for a little bit, Tim?
Sure.
All right, we need to take a break, and when we come back, we'll take more of your questions and comments for Tim Neeley of the Hollywood Collectors Shows. We've got several people on the line. Stay on the line. We'll be with you in a moment. If you want to join us, 969-KTRS, 1-800-550-KTRS, or star KTRS from your mobile phone. Hang in there. We'll be right back. 9KTRS, which is 969-5877, or toll-free 1-800-550-KTRS, star KTRS from your mobile phone. If you have questions about your favorite stars of yesteryear, Tim Neeley is here to tell you. We've got several callers on the line. We were just talking in the break about the Addams Family. Sounds like the dysfunctional family.
Oh, yeah. Well, you'd be surprised. Some of these television shows, a lot of these people, they get along great. But there's some TV series that no one speaks to one another now, and it's strange. But Lisa Loring, who played Wednesday on the Addams Family, she's been public about this. She's an ex-alcoholic, but she works as a bartender now.
Wow.
And John Astin, who played Gomez, he's still working constantly. He's touring the country playing Edgar Allan Poe, a one-man show. And he's just a terrific, great guy.
Who's the other kid on the show?
Ken Weatherwax, who's the great, I think, grandson of Red Weatherwax, who owned Lassie. He played Pugsley on the Addams Family. And he doesn't want anything to do with the business anymore.
Oh, well, his loss, I guess. This is Jim. Hi, Jim.
It's unbelievable. I was going to ask you about Tom Baker, but no, this is about older stars, but I was wondering about Sabrina Lloyd, because she's on Sliders, and I just heard that Fox canceled Sliders, and I was wondering if she was doing anything else. She was in Fatherhood.
She's a little bit too new for me. I don't know her. I'm mostly with the 1950s and 60s and early 70s, and I don't work with any of the new stars out right now. I'm sorry.
Tim likes them with a little dust on them.
Yeah.
Thanks for the call, though, Jim. We appreciate it. This is Alan. Hi, Alan.
Hi. One of the things, Charles Nelson Reilly had a guest star on X-Files. I think it was either last year or the year before that, where he played a slightly eccentric author in a very bizarre episode. I think it was a season ender.
Sounds like a tailor-made part.
Saw Flashdance last night, and whatever happened to Jennifer Beal, who had, I think, a one-movie career?
Oh, well, she's still working. Her husband is a director, and also directed her in a movie called In the Soup, which came out a few years ago. So she's still acting, mostly with her husband. They do a lot of films that has a small distribution. That's how come we don't see much of her, because maybe a lot of the films does not even make it to the Midwest.
Okay?
Okay.
Thanks, Alan.
Thanks.
Bye-bye. Hey, this is John on the line. Hi, John.
Hi. I want to see if he knows whatever happened to a singer from the mid-'60s by the name of Joni Summers.
Oh, Joni, yeah, I know Joni very well. Joni does a lot of our autograph shows around the country. You know, one of her biggest hits is Johnny Get Angry. I think came out in the early 60s. But Joni is married, lives in Southern California. She still tours, does a lot of the oldie but goodie shows, and does a lot of personal appearances, and she still looks great.
Thank you.
All right, John, thanks very much. Has it been your experience, Tim, that the bigger some of these older stars are, the nicer they are? It's the ones who really didn't accomplish much of anything.
Sure. A lot of them, it's been a lot of fun working with a lot of these people, a lot of things that I've learned, and the great stories that they tell. And just being with some of these people, it's been a learning lesson.
What a neat job. Are you bringing anybody to St. Louis in the near future?
We're trying to. We're going to start trying to do some shows here. We're going to bring in celebrities, and we find that it's most popular bringing the television stars in more than anything else.
Very good. All right, Tim Neeley from Hollywood Collectors. Thanks very much. Come back and see us again sometime.
Thanks,
You're a popular fella.
All right, thanks.
Take care. It's 3:55 at Talk Radio St. Louis.